Welcome back to the Gun Dungeon, guys. Got something a little different for you here. It's not something you normally see on this channel. As you saw in the thumbnail, got this old war horse out. This is a Smith & Wesson Pre-model 10 K-frame. It's what's commonly known as the M&P handgun, the original M&P. The serial number on this one dates it back to between 1948 and 1952. So it's definitely older. It's not in the greatest shape in the world, but it was in much worse shape when I found it. This was a pawn shop find, but man, this thing still has a lot of soul, a lot of life left in it. It's really tough to find guns that have that buttery, smooth, classic Smith & Wesson trigger. And if you can find an early K-frame Smith & Wesson, 38, 357, either one, it's really tough to beat. It's got the pin barrel on it. It does not have recessed cylinders, but it does have the old school pin barrel, fixed sights. It's a basic run-of-the-mill 38 special, but man, they're fun to shoot. So we'll talk about it a little bit more. I'm gonna load up. I've been shooting some hand loads, shooting a little bit. Let me load up, take a few shots, and then we'll talk about it a little bit more. All right, so I've got 6 of these 158 grain lead round nose hand loads. They're not powerful loads. I won't shoot powerful loads through it, but just take a few shots and go. I'm not the greatest revolver shooter in the world, but man, they are fun. I normally shoot revolvers more in the wintertime, just because when there's leaves and snow on the ground, it makes brass pick up a little bit more difficult. With the old wheel guns, you just dump them right in your hand. That was 6. So, those got a little bit of pop to them, not much. These right here, these are the wad cutters. They're flush seated. These are some powder puffs. I'm not sure where they hit. I haven't shot it out of this gun. We'll figure it out, but these are really fun to shoot. Yeah, those ain't much more than a 22 long rifle, honestly, but they are fun. I don't know if you could tell from the recoil or the sound impulse on the camera or not, but they are powder puffs and they're fun. Gotta love the old wad cutters. So this is probably about the hottest thing that I'll shoot through it. This is some factory. This is semi-jacketed, soft point, 158 grains, is factory Magtech. That's about as hot as I'm gonna go through this old thing. I know they're built tough, but I'm not gonna use it in a defensive role. You could use this for self-defense, home defense, whatever, but I'm not going to. I'm just gonna keep it, and it'll be a hand-me-down heirloom type gun. You can tell those have a little bit more pop to them. A little bit more than I like out of this thing, so probably be all I'll shoot of those. Go back to some of these lead round nose. Yeah, those were just a tad hotter. I like them soft in this old relic. Seems like those shoot a little bit higher. So yeah, there she is, all smoked up. Man, these things, like I said, when I got it, had quite a bit of rust on it, a lot of surface rust. Some of the bluing was getting, it's still thin at the muzzle. Some of it's gone, a little bit of pitting, but it's got the old hammer mounted firing pin. That's just the classic Smith & Wesson look. It's got the scoop style cylinder release on it. That's another classic Smith & Wesson look. I don't know if these grips are original to this gun or not. The shape that they're in, they look like they probably could be. I don't know the history on this thing, where it came from, nothing like that. Like I said, it was a pawn shop find, but man, it's fun. And if you ever get a chance to get a hold of one of these old K-frames, early model Smith & Wessons, do yourself a favor. They're getting fewer and far between. People are snagging them up, especially the old Model 19s and things of that nature, the older K-frames. And there's a reason that people are snagging them up, not just collector value, but they are some of the sweetest shooting revolvers you'll ever get your hands on. And this one right here, like I said, I think I gave around 300 bucks for it, something like that, which sounds high for a gun in this shape, but considering what it is, it really wasn't. But yeah, this is, you could use this gun for home defense purposes if you wanted. You could use it for self-defense if you wanted. It's not going to let you down. You could do better as far as getting a self-defense weapon. You get more capacity, you get something with better sights. The sights on these are pretty rudimentary. Not a lot to them, just a blade in the front, slot cut in the frame of the rear. So, I mean, you could do better, but it's not gonna let you down. You could rely on it. I've never had any issues, any problems with this thing, and I shoot it quite a bit just because it's so fun. I like the historical old Smith & Wessons. But yeah, let's take a few more shots through it. It's just fun. Ain't a whole lot of point to this video, honestly. It's just, I had it out, was shooting it, and I thought, well, hell, I might as well turn on the camera and shoot a little bit and show it off some. Show the old war horse on the camera some. Put them wad cutters back in there. Yeah, those shoot a little bit more point of aim. These are the 148 grain wad cutters. Man, they are fun. I mean, this is the kind of stuff that was carried by law enforcement for years. Military and police, that's the designation of the model. So I mean, it's not like it's a weapon that can't be put into service. It was for years. Yeah, this was carried by police. I don't know if this particular model was carried by military. Don't know the history on that, but yeah, this whole thing, you could use it, like I said, in scenarios of defense if you wanted to. I mean, she wouldn't let you down, and she sure is fun to shoot. These are the round nose again. They shoot a little high. See if I can stay on target. And I'm starting to suck it up, so probably just call that right here. But yeah, it's just standard. These handles kind of seem to grab one of the brass whenever you go to eject it out. Just the one right against the frame, against the handle, kind of grabs it. But I've not really tried any speed loads or anything with this sucker. Even though, I mean, you really could. You could train, get used to it, and it's all about what you train for. But yeah, I'm gonna go back to shooting this thing a little bit. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Till next time, guys, stay tuned.